Hello everyone, my name is Elsa. In today's video, I'll be talking about the negative, positive impact of hedonism in Japan society. So, no more longer, let's get started. To balance it on one hand, however, traditional values are equally significant and also deserve the attention. I believe its ability to harmonize hedonistic trends. So, Japan is a nation celebrated for its breathtaking blend of tradition and also the modernity has undergone noticeable societal norms or social changes in recent decades. As someone who admires a Japanese culture and has spent time observing these dynamics even still a while, I have noticed how different on how modern lifestyle, especially in Tokyo and on Osaka. In a bustling cities like Tokyo and also in Osaka, Osaka are increasingly influenced by the hedonistic values. Hedonism, the pursuit of the pleasure and also the luxury, is a prominent part of the life urban in Japan today. It's visible everywhere, from the sleek advertisement for designer brands and also to the vibrant nightlife in areas like Shibuya and also in Roppongi. While these elements reflect Japan's innovative spirit and also global appeal, I often find myself thinking about the deeper implication how this pursuit of the pleasure shapes society positively but also bring certain challenges from failing economic growth to thriving consumerism and changing cultural values. That effect of hedonism in Japan are significantly and multifaceted. One of the most striking positive impacts of hedonism in Japan is its undeniable contribution to the economic growth. During my visit to Japan, I have been amazed by the variety of luxury brands, high-end products, and services designed to cater to the modern pursuit of enjoyment. Japanese companies like Sony, Shiseido, Toyota are perfect example of how a focus on quality and innovation can capture the global markets. Beyond local consumers, international tourists flock to Japan for unique luxury experience, whether it's dining at Michelin-starred restaurant like in Tokyo, or staying in the lavish ryokan in Kyoto, or maybe shopping for the high-quality goods in the Ginza for the example. So I also put some research from the Statista on 2023 report that revealed that Japan luxury goods market generated over $27 billion in revenue, highlighting how consumer spending is a powerful force driving the economy. This is also apparent in the tourism industry. On a recent trip on Tokyo, I noticed that number of tourists indulging in fine dining and buying the high-end products, directly contributing to the job creation and also the economic growth in the Japan. So, the hedonism in this way helps the position Japan as the hub of the sophistication, quality, and also the global appeal in the world. However, while the economic benefits are clear, they are the darker side of the hedonism cannot be ignored. Consumerism, for example, is an issue that I have seen firsthand, especially among the younger generation in Japan. The social pressure to keep up with the trends sometimes can be hard or maybe hard to reach or not easygoing. The example is a trend in the fashion, gadget, or experiences often pushes individual to the overspend. A study by a Nomura Research Institute found that around 30% of the Japanese household face financial stress. There is so much of it stemming from the discretionary spending on non-essential items. I have spoken with my friends in Japan who admit that they feel compelled to buy the latest products even when they cannot afford them comfortably. One of the example is the figure, the anime game character, comic, DVD, and etc. One of the cycle that of short-term gratification often overshadows the impact of the trends. But beyond the consumerism, I have observed how hedonism is contributes to increasing social pressure, particularly among the young people. Social media platforms like Instagram, TikTok are flooded with image of the perfect lifestyles, from the luxurification to expensive meals or even the beauty standards itself. There is a research from the articles from the Japan Times frequently discuss this issue, that calling for the greater awareness of the how consumer culture impacts to the younger generation. As much as I admire the creativity and also the innovation showcased on these platforms, I think it's crucial to remind that ourselves that real life isn't about the constant perfection, all the luxury, or the material success. But moreover, I have observed how hedonism is slowly reshaping traditional values in Japan. Historically, Japanese society has been rooted in principles like wa is a harmony and kanan as the endurance, which emphasize collective well-being and resilience. However, the growing focus on the individual pleasure and also the consumption sometimes appears to clash with this ideal perfection. While I appreciate and how these trends empower people to enjoy life on their own terms, I also feel they might weaken the sense of the community that has traditionally been a cornerstone of the Japanese culture. It's a fine to balance it. On one hand, hedonism allows for the personal freedoms and also their expression itself, but on the other, it might distance people from the communal spirit that defines much of the Japanese social fabric. So, the big conclusion from me is the rise of the hedonism in Japan has brought both remarkable benefits and complex challenges. It's fascinating to see how the pursuit of the pleasure has driven economic growth, fueled innovation, and also strengthened Japan's position as the leader in luxury and also in the quality. However, the downside of the consumerism, social pressure, and also the potential shift away from the traditional values are equally significant and also deserve the attention. From my perspective, it's essential for the Japan to find a balance where people can enjoy the pleasure of the modern life without losing sight of the financial stability, mental health, and also the community bonds. As Japan continues to evolve, I believe its ability to harmonize hedonistic trends with its deep cultural heritage will shape not only in the future but also in identity on the global stage. So that's all from me. Thank you so much and have a good day. Bye bye.